What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to partner with other real estate investors on your real estate deals. So let's get into it. Okay, so tip number one for partnering with other investors. This is something I would highly recommend for newer investors. So let's say you just started your first marketing campaign, you're getting some leads. A lot of times when you're getting started, you may not be 100% sure what is a good deal versus a bad deal. And this is what helped me out. My first 3 or 4 deals is what I did. If I had a motivated seller that called me, and by motivated I mean the property's off market, they say they want to sell ASAP, and they say the house needs a lot of work. That's a motivated seller. So if they called me and they were a motivated seller, I would oftentimes just send that lead directly over to the top buyer. And they could oftentimes just very quickly tell me whether it was a good deal and whether they could work with it or not. And keep in mind too, if you're going to RIA meetings, meetup groups, networking, you should have a good idea who the top buyer in your area is. So the top buyers also, they oftentimes have their system set up. They may have a person dedicated to screening leads from wholesalers or other investors or real estate agents, things like that. So they can quickly and efficiently tell you whether it's a good deal or not. And also, they appreciate this stuff too. So if you're, a lot of times they'll get junk leads. People will just send them over garbage. But if you spend the time to actually qualify by a motivated seller and off market, they will appreciate that. And they'll try to make the deal work. So that was probably my favorite strategy when I was first getting started. And hey, if you do a deal or two with them, they might even feature you and you can get some local publicity. So that's pretty cool as well. Okay, so tip number 2, and this is more of a mindset tip. So you want to see your competition, like your direct competition. Instead of looking at them as competition, look at them as potential partners. And here's what I mean. And these are real life examples that have happened to me and continue to happen to me. So let's say you're getting a lot of leads. There might be some investors out there that might not want to do the marketing aspect of things, but they may have a lot of money sitting around to deploy. So one way of partnering is you could say, hey, look, I'm getting all these deals or all these leads, but I don't have the money. You have the money but no leads. Why don't you lend money on my deal? So I've had my direct competition offer to lend me money on different properties. And you might give them a slightly less rate than hard money, but it may be still a double-digit return, and they can get a piece of the action. So that's one strategy that I would keep an open mind about. Another thing is with wholesaling. Let's say you want to wholesale your first couple deals, or even if you're an experienced wholesaler, the strategy works well. And I'm actually doing a deal like this right as we speak. So a lot of times every city is going to have a top wholesaler, and that's another thing that you're going to have to find through networking, doing online research, attending events. You can, if you do that, you can pretty much find who the top wholesaler is. And what you can do is, oftentimes they're going to have the biggest buyers list. They may have 5,000 people or even more than that, believe it or not. So if you find a great deal, instead of sending it out on your janky little 50-person buyers list, you can send it out on their 5,000-person buyers list. And it's almost like the equivalent of listing the property on the MLS. You'll get so many eyes on it, you'll get bidding wars, and you can oftentimes, knowing that you have that 5,000-person buyers list available, you can make higher offers on off-market properties. So that just opened up a whole new realm of deal possibilities for me. But those are basically the two, between mindset and for your first couple deals, I would keep partnerships in mind. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, bye.